Alright, I want to welcome everybody to the final round coverage of the annual Crushing Concho powered by Prodigy. I'm Thomas Veal, sitting here next to the AJ Risley.
Hello.
And we're going to start here, final round, late course. This has been a new design several people have been working on. Got to thank Joe Productions for helping us out with this one. It's been a great year, and here we go. We got Seth Talbott, hole 1, 400 foot. AJ, what's this hole to you?
This hole, man, again, I just love this common theme of we're kind of like playing through evenly dispersed, low ceiling trees. So there's not exactly one true correct line or incorrect line. It's just hitting gaps continuously and controlling your disc through the end of the flight. Emerson Keith, second on the box. Had a strong, very strong first round. Seth came back though, second round, and took the lead. Brian with the hot second round, coming out of Illinois.
Showed us what our lefties do on this course. We don't get to see a lot of left-handed players around here, and Brian is putting it up there by the basket. Ready to start strong here.
And Colten going with the Sunday red. I think, man, watching Seth for the first time, I've seen Emerson and Brian and Colten play plenty of times. And then we got fifth member of our lead card, Kyle Griffin here, Discmania sponsored pro. And oh yeah, this roller's a great line, but
that is an FD. I actually watched him throw that in practice, and that was an FD. I picked that one up for him. It was a pro line FD, I believe.
But yeah, with these low ceilings and tall grass, it's gonna require a lot of power shots in order to get up close to the basket for birdie on a lot of these holes.
This layout has changed over the past couple of years, and it's something that everybody's been proud of working on. And this is going to show here. Kyle, look at that roller. Putting it probably looks out on circle's edge. Ooh.
Yeah, tough putt for his lefty putt. He was trying to bend it around the right side of the tree.
Got Seth looking at his jump putt there. Ooh. Now we got to look. Here's Emerson. Clean up his par here. Look at leaving, showing you just how close Brian was on his drive. We're looking at 15 putts here from Kyle and everybody else, cleaning up inside the circle putts. Now look at Brian's drive here. So it looks like Colten's cleaning it up. Oh!
Oh no.
That's very uncharacteristic for Colten. Solid putter, cold, rainy. We're starting to sprinkle this point in time, and Brian is taking that tap in too.
Great start.
So these weather conditions, what are you looking for, AJ? What are you thinking about at this point in time? What can you do?
Yeah, it's all about just taking it one throw at a time and making sure that you don't make any simple mistakes when it comes to like your grip or how your fingers are feeling or your feet or anything like that. It's all about slowing down. Brian hit an early tree and kicked a little bit left.
Seth going with the wide sidearm butt. Look at that big skip. Look where.
Yeah, you can see the basket there on the right side.
This is a hole we changed. We extended it for the bag, made it right, making throwing down this gap. Definitely a gap you got to hit. And Emerson looks like he's going the same gap as Seth. Beautiful flare. Look at that worm burner hit right there to it.
Lots of good forward energy on that disc.
Kyle going with looks like he's going to go with a little turnover down the middle gap here. Ooh, a little wide, but
flirting with that left side, but yeah, he stays up, and he's probably a little bit short of the basket, but he'll have a long birdie look. Let's see what Colten's got.
Colten looks like going mid-range right at it. Ooh.
Oh.
Late tree, but still gonna be able to get him down. And Brian, unfortunately, that first tree way early. Got to have a long approach here. And Brian, coming from that ultimate background, definitely has a good sidearm game. And we'll see what happens here. See if he can save this one.
Yeah, just finds a tree, and he's gonna try to toss it. Yeah, not exactly a run, but just playing smart, getting the bogey and walking away.
These weather conditions, there's definitely a lot that can happen. Throwing a natural tease, like I said, AJ said, slipping. The disc is going to be slippery right now. It's misting at this point in time, and ooh, Seth leaving it short. And if you haven't had enough of Kyle's left-handed putting and right-handed driving, you will get to watch it again some more today.
Yeah, that's a good point. There is not a sixth member of this card. There's only 5. Kyle just uses both arms to play this stuff.
Colten, 2 holes in a row, leaving it low. Definitely frustrated. Brian's putting with the bangers, is that correct?
Yeah, Jawbreaker, banger GTs, he loves them.
Yeah. He's definitely a solid force out there. You'll see him a lot on tour this year, especially I think on the lefty side, he's by far one of the best lefties out there on the tour this year.
Emerson with a birdie, ties it back up with Seth. There's the box.
There's going to be a showdown. I just got this feeling there's just going to be that battle till the end.
Yeah, I think all these players are playing pretty well, and they're attacking the course just to the best of their abilities. This is hole 3, 314 feet. Again, can't really throw it too high on this one, so you got to throw a low screamer. These guys are going to play early right, try to fade something in, and get a skip. Emerson did that just a little bit better than Kyle there. I think they're throwing back into the headwind on this one.
Seth going on that light line, a little short, but going to be pinned high in the long run. Let's get far left, and Brian's going to show his sidearm that he's got. Okay, let's throw to the Zeus there.
I believe so. Big power forehand, tries to play a little air bounce, but it looked like he might have caught an early tree.
Yeah, like you said, that low ceiling is definitely going to come into play, and Cole needs to get going here, and he knows it.
It's a solid looking drive. He's known for those, just some really good power, just kind of like throwing lasers out there. And here's Brian with a longer approach than I'm sure he was hoping for. But he likes that crystal zone.
A little deep, a little wide and deep on that one. Uncharacteristic for Brian, but we'll see if he can capitalize on that.
Good touch from Kyle, a little air bounce there.
Emerson looking to pin high. Woo, giving it a run. Trying to get some strokes on Seth, because Seth's coming here to attack. He's definitely going for this too, for sure.
Oh man. Brian to save his par. Oh. Just an inch or two low there on that par attempt. But
It's cold.
He's right in there for the bogey.
It's cold. It's misty. They know it. They've got to get going. And Colten tapped into. There you go. Celebrate.
Loving it.
These guys, all these formalities, and with new changes coming up, they know they've got to get going quick, because there's going to be people who are going to be attacking hard.
Tie at the top with Seth and Emerson. Hole 4, 317 feet. Yeah, this big hyzer is the typical play. There's OB on the left side though, but yeah, if the players can use all that open air on the high right side, they are definitely going to.
And Colten putting it just right past the basket. Emerson looking like he's a little pin high, maybe a touch short. Definitely wanted to be closer than that. Kyle's looking to be aggressive here as well, for sure.
And the tricky thing about this one is, I believe there's a little bit of a tailwind, which is going to drop the disc straight down instead of letting it really move as far left as it wants to. So taking that high line doesn't really allow the disc to get as far left as the low line, especially with the skip. So here's Seth kind of going in between the two. Let's see if he misses the trees and finds a skip.
Oh, looks like he went OB, it looks like. And got a big skip on that one. Looks like him and Kyle both. Kyle was a little too high. I like taking the low line myself. Brian showing us what a lefty can do with this big sidearm shot here.
Good flare skip. Yeah, and that looks like he's going to have a circle putt. Yeah, there's Kyle coming off the OB rails there.
Then get just a touch short. These guys, like that wind is picking up, and they know it, and so they're definitely not wanting to give strokes away. And it looks like they may be giving away almost 2 strokes here to the card. Seth didn't need to be doing that with Emerson being right there next to the basket.
Brian just lets the wind kind of pick that one up just barely.
Emerson gained 2 on Seth. Let's see if he can capitalize on it.
Nice putt.
He does, and he's feeling confident right now. His putt's kind of going, and we got to see if Brian can get going here. There we go. There's a good
Putt
stick.
again. Yeah, and these are, I want to say these are Mach 5s.
These are Mach 5s. These are our portable Mach 5s.
Yeah, so the middle of the basket. Oh, Colten. I mean, I was gonna say the middle of the basket. Sometimes you'll find the pole and spit you back out, but
Colten didn't even give it a chance.
But then if you hit the cage, yeah, you don't even have to worry about that. Come on, Colten, you got this.
Hole 5, a signature hole, throwing over the water. Boat ramp is OB, water is OB. And Emerson, no fear, going right at it. You can see this wind's pushing forward. They've got that tailwind, so their discs are going to push. So you want to keep that disc high and wide. Colten doing the same thing.
Play, but yeah, just a little extra safe on that one. Brian, I believe this is a raptor out of Brian. Nice and overstable. He knows just to pound on it. He knows it's going to go out there, not going to glide too much past the basket, and it's going to have a consistent overstable finish. And yeah, he's got somewhere around circle's edge putt for birdie. Let's see what Kyle's got.
Kyle is a newer player this year on tour, but he has some phenomenal power. He can throw extremely far. Ooh, uh-oh, it looks like Kyle landed on the boat ramp. Definitely not something you want to do there. Seth, see, he's been throwing a lot of Discmania info, so maybe he's looking for a sponsor out there. And taking a good
skip off the boat ramp. All right.
Kyle doing the right thing. Whenever you go be on this tee shot, you must go to the drop zone. So you're looking at about an 80-foot shot from here.
80-foot shot. Small green. Water was directly behind the basket from Kyle's perspective, and yeah, it's a little tricky. Long putt for bogey, and yeah, that wind, he's putting right back into it. So it's that's tough.
See if Colten can capitalize on this one. Oh, well, he overcompensated, overcorrected. He went low 3 times, and now he went too high. So he's gonna get it. I can see him getting it going really quick, really soon here. Oh, Kyle, just wanting to walk away off this hole, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Nice putt by Emerson.
Getting that to Seth, see if he can do the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
The answer's
look at Brian, just looking at this beautiful putt here.
Another CTP.
Bam.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I feel like Colten's got good potential for the rest of this round. It looks like his putting stroke on those last 2 putts was much better, much smoother, and much more committed.
This is a new hole this year, 290 foot, going over water if you want to throw side arm or lefty. Not, you've got tons of room on the right hand side, and Emerson flirting with it.
Great forehand, lots of trust in it. He just hangs it out straight there for the whole way, and then it just falls off right towards the basket.
This is Brian's Raptor again?
Brian with the Raptor again, yeah. He and I talked a bit after this round, and he said one of the biggest things working for him this day was just pounding on that Raptor and just relying on it to find the ground with the hyzer angle. So he's playing into that as much as he can.
And
Seth going wide hyzer?
Yeah, he's going for the bailout. Almost had the bailout zone. That wind was pushing right to left, so he was trying to get a little bit of that wind to push it, but that's kind of the bailout zone, just as the safety precautions. And Colten going a little high here. This looks like it could be a little dangerous.
Yeah, there's definitely a crosswind pushing from the right side. Hopefully he caught enough grass to slow the disc down, because if not, and he's going right into the lake.
Yeah,
interesting play from Seth to play that conservative, especially when Emerson threw such a great line and is looking at a pretty easy birdie putt.
And I've seen Kyle throw this disc a lot. I believe that's probably an FD2 or maybe an FD3. And
sit down. Hopefully he can keep throwing it today.
And there's Seth's up shot, just not even trying to go for that one. Brian looking at probably around the circle's edge putt here. He was a little short, but let's see here.
Step putt. Yeah. A couple wobbles out of that one. I know he's just gonna buckle down and keep committing to those putts, so not too much to worry about there. Kyle, yeah, putting into the wind. Colten doing the same thing.
And everybody was in bounds on this one. So lucky for them, they stuck right there perfectly, and looks like Colten and them trying to come back and missed high on the left on that side. And those old disc catchers, those Innovas will do that to you. High and weak will definitely do that to you.
That.
Brian,
yeah.
following suit. not watching what just happened to Colten.
Yeah, those high chains definitely get a little strong. But all of this being said, whenever the wind is this strong, everything is just accentuated. So.
Oh, Emerson! Wow. I don't think he can believe he missed that putt.
I can't believe it.
These guys are walking away, and Emerson going, yeah, I gave it a stroke, and just didn't take it. And Seth is definitely going, okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Hole 7, par 4, bomber hole. You get to throw this as far as you want to, except for the fact that there's water on the whole side.
Yeah, throwing over water on the tee, and then second half of the hole, the second shot into the basket, there's water on the left side, water behind the basket. But man, Emerson, great low straight line. He's gonna be past those trees and have an open look towards the basket.
And Seth right there took the normal person line, throwing it, just aiming to those trees on the right, definitely being safe. And Kyle kind of did the same thing, maybe just being ultra safe in this scenario here.
Dang, he crushed that thing though.
For y'all, it's not looking far. These guys are throwing 400 plus foot right now, and I know Brian's he's licking his chops on this one right here. Look at that Zeus, being aggressive with that lefty line, cutting off so much by being a lefty in this scenario.
Whoa.
And he's looking at an up and down 3 here.
That is huge.
Colten with the rut rope to a cut roller there. Seth selling wide. I think he's just playing for a par here. Huh?
Yeah, wide hyzer on the approach.
Kyle may be looking to be a little aggressive here. He's got a good angle to the basket. Let's see if he can capitalize. Do something with it.
Yeah, even though his drive went a little farther right, it went farther straight, so he got past all those trees, and looks like he'll be up there for at least an easy par.
Colten just mashing a drive, and these guys are throwing 450, 500 foot like it's nothing, and cutting off this hole, making it a relatively easy par 4.
Emerson going back to the sidearm.
Is that his Ballista Pro again?
It might be. It might also be a Sargent new disc from Dynamic.
That one may, if it was a Sargent, it may not be his anymore.
It might belong to the water. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, looks like it's definitely going to be in the water's edge. And Brian probably throwing his zone here. Maybe a Malta. I'm not sure exactly what all, but definitely an overstable mid. And Emerson just laying up.
Yeah, Emerson was in fact OB on that second shot.
Colten just laying up. Definitely didn't want to flirt with anything. Not having his best putting ground. So, and of course you can see this wind blowing like crazy in the background too. Wow, what a stick!
Yeah.
That's huge.
Low weak side on a windy day is definitely your friend, and Kyle takes full advantage.
Brian capitalizing on that tap in 3 there. Definitely need that.
What a play. What a 3 from Brian. Huge drive and textbook approach. Easy putt.
This is one of the new holes this year where you can see the basket's a little bit straight to a little bit left side of your screen. OB is going to be the basketball court. Should not come into play, but it does. That basketball court can come into play. Brian relying on that Raptor a lot in this wind. Definitely an overstable fairway driver from Discraft. So if you're looking for an overstable fairway driver from Discraft, that might be one for you to get.
Yeah, Brian is definitely making the Raptor look good today.
And I want to know what that purple disc is from Seth. I've watched him throw that probably at least 3 or 4 times already today. Maybe it's a PD2, maybe a PD, I'm not sure exactly, but he's been relying on that pretty heavily today. Looks to be fairly overstable. Colten going with the big turnover line here.
A little surprising considering we saw Seth showcase the big hyzer. That's one of Colten's best shots, so hopefully he took the slightly more difficult line with that Anheuser and put it close. Emerson, good play going to forehand, but he finds a little patch of dead grass and gets a pretty hefty skip.
Whew, good run by Colin. And the forehand's normally a common play we're seeing it. I'm surprised there wasn't more of it. Maybe the wind was pushing left and right. I'm not sure exactly what the scenario was here.
I think I want to say the wind was coming from the right side, so it might have been pushing those forehands down.
Yeah.
Oh, and Emerson pulls his putt just a little bit to the right.
Seth wanted to lick his chops to see if he can get one on him. He did.
Yeah, right over the rim.
Emerson's got to be feeling some pressure here. There we go. There's a good stick.
Nice putt. That's a... Alright, so hole 9, 272 feet, OB all along that left side. And the basket has a considerable amount of OB around it. Brian going back to the Raptor, but forehand this time, and he puts it right around the corner of the OB, and looks like a close putt for bird.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely giving you the circle. This is a attackable hole that these guys are saying, I've got to get. And Seth flirting with that OB line. And that's a common play, especially with this scenario. 272 and this kind of wind, you're thinking fairway, maybe mid-range, maybe putter, depending on what you're comfortable with. And these guys are throwing it out wide and trying to kind of hyzer into it. Looks like Kyle went to the OB line over there.
Yeah, a little short from Kyle. I mean, makes sense. If you go too far past, you're looking at a comeback putt with OB right behind the basket. So, yeah. But tough break for Kyle. Looks like Colten got it past the corner, and yeah, he's a little deep, so we might see that tough comebacker for birdie. And let's see if Emerson can get some control back.
Looks like that is he going back to the Justice there?
I think so. It kind of looked like it had that Bruins guy flying through the air.
And we've seen that disc for years from Emerson, especially last year at Worlds on that lead card coverage he was on.
Good line from Colten, but yeah, just a little tentative there.
Ooh, Seth's getting up top.
Yeah, good run there, man, but he might be giving up a stroke to Emerson.
See if Brian can get another one going here. Get on a little bit of a heater. Hey, no chains. Who needs them, right? Chains are way overrated.
Hey, on a windy day like this, you're definitely correct. And Brian finds that low weak side, and in is in.
There we go. Kyle, back-to-back putt. Sweet. So we got some good love going on over here for these guys, and they're needing it at this point in time. Colten smiling, having a good time. Seth cleaning up. Emerson taking look at this, tap in 2 for Emerson.
Oh yeah. And he takes the lead from Seth.
Hole 10, this is uphill 360 feet, 68 feet. Plays like it's almost 400 foot. All along the water's edge, on both sides, deep in on the left. Brian's, looks like Brian's flirting with it a little bit.
Flirting with that left side danger. But looks like he stayed in bounds, so hopefully he's got a birdie look.
Kyle just throwing out nice smooth drive, nothing hard powered. Looks like he's getting up there to the basket. Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Found a skip. Oh yeah, and he's gonna have a short putt for birdie. Okay, Emerson's got some momentum here. And he finds a skip as well. Doesn't exactly hang it out as wide as Kyle, but he's looking at just about the same length of putt.
There we go. Colten going deep. Talk about this the whole playing long, and Colten makes it look like it's nothing. Oh, and here's Brian's decision. Let's see what they're looking at here. It looks like it is going to be close.
Close.
It looks like they're going to call it OB.
Yeah, I think so.
Unfortunately for Brian, and he's not even going to have a good putt. This is what's terrible. He's not going to have a good putt. So maybe they're saying he hit in bounds. It looks like they did. It looks like they're saying maybe he hit in bounds and dropped OB. Brian's still not going to have a good putt at this at all. Through the crazy trees and skeet.
Seth coming up short. He's got some trees to contend with.
Tries to set that ante in. Colten pin high, deep.
Oh yeah, he's past pin high. He's smashed it. Oh, and just off the band.
Emerson want to gain that stroke. Yeah.
Smooth. Dead center. Yeah, he's gaining a stroke on Seth and 2 on Brian.
Look at Kyle's drive. All day, just smooth, clean, perfect spot. These guys are so far being so smooth too, and for everybody out there who's wondering, that's what you've got to do. Just be smooth.
Yep, especially in the wind. Any little inconsistency that you have in your form, is just the wind is gonna just accentuate that. Like I said, this is
Hole 11, 288 feet. Righty hyzer all day, maybe a sidearm if they're feeling a little frisky. Lefty right over the water, and Emerson, there we go. Talk about feeling frisky. He's feeling confident in his sidearm right now. Wind looks to be a little bit of a tailwind. Let him flex something over the water.
Yeah, he's putting this forehand over the water, coming back towards the land. Oof, gives it a little bit of an ace run, and it looked like it sat down, so he'll have a pretty reasonable putt for birdie. Seth going wide.
Yeah, this is real wide. Let's see where he puts it, but
Okay.
worked out nicely.
Yeah, and the wind is coming from the right side, maybe a little bit of a tailwind. So anything that finishes to the right of the basket is going to be an optimal putt for birdie.
Watch Colten. Oh no, Colten sailed. That wind pushed it a little too much and sailed. Looks like it went OB.
Yeah, I think I saw a little bit of a splash.
Brian gonna say here. Let me show you how to throw that lefty shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pin high. That's what you can ask for right there.
Colten putting back into the wind.
Big
He
putt.
knocks it down.
Boom. That's a good save right there. He definitely needed that to stay on this card. He's definitely stayed up on this leaderboard too.
Yeah.
Want that cash.
Kyle, beautiful putt.
Perfectly executed. High. Let it drop straight down into it.
Well done.
Ooh.
Oh.
See, his follow through wasn't all the way there that time. He didn't fully commit. You could tell he short armed it just a little bit.
Yep, that's true. And then, yeah, he comes up left, leaves the door open for Emerson to extend. Oh, and
Ooh.
he does just that.
He's smiling on that one.
Found the pole through the chains, but it's in there. Brian, also with the birdie.
Now we're going to a new hole that was a tip hole for this year. Really flirts with the water the whole way, flirts with OB, but man.
You don't say. It's like water the whole way. That path on the right side is inbounds. Let's see what we got here. I think we got a little bit of a wind pushing from the left side. Wow.
What a shot.
Yeah, great flex line by Kyle. Just rides the wind the whole way. Emerson
Uh-oh.
swinging it wide, but
Is it going to get there?
come on, wind.
Wow, Emerson. Trusting the disc. Both Kyle and Emerson both trusted the disc over water the entire way. No fear. Brian's going to do the same thing. He's going to go after that hawk.
Oh gosh, look out. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Oh, Brian, come on. Come on, wind. Wow. I'm not going to be able to tell here. I can't.
I didn't really see any water splash up though, so I got a feeling that he's inbounds. And I'm looking at my notes here, and it's, yeah, Brian and Emerson both inbounds on their drives.
And Seth playing the bailout shot there, not risking it. You know, he's playing good round. He's competing with Emerson. He doesn't want to accidentally saw something off. Colten kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, with so much wind coming from the left side, pushing away from the water, Seth and Colten had the right idea for a safe play to throw it high, let the wind push it over to the right, and then if their disc felt like fading back at the end, then cool, it gives them a few less feet on the approach.
And Emerson giving it a little bit of a bid from down there. Look at Brian, pin high, right where you want to be, little straddle,
Wow.
and he capitalizes. Puts the disc high, barely gets it in. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs to. We're on the back nine here, and
Oh, Colten missed his par putt there. He left it short. Ooh, Seth doing the
same
same
with
thing.
Seth.
That's not what they want to be doing right now, especially with a couple holes left. They're trying to catch up, trying to get this win.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Seth. That's losing a stroke to Emerson, 2 to Brian. Brian's within 1 of Seth. Emerson, though, has got 4 on Seth and 5 on Brian. Hole 13, another par 4, 671 feet. Again, we're playing same direction as hole 12, so we got wind coming from the left side. What kind of shots are you trying to force from the players with this kind of hole design?
So what we wanted to do here, we wanted to let the big arms show their big arms. We want to push them out far left, just left of that green tree. Let them get that ante release, or in this scenario, honestly, just maybe taking an overstable disc with the wind the way it is. Push it as far left or right as you want. There is a volleyball court that's going to come into play that's going to be really tricky no matter which side of the fairway you're on, so you have to pick your poison.
Yeah, as we'll see on the approaches here, yeah, that volleyball court is short of the basket and it's all out of bounds. And it's a sand volleyball. It's an outdoor volleyball court, so it's sand. There's not really any skip that you're going to get off of there. So.
And these guys, unfortunately, there is water all over this course. It rained a couple days before, and their footing is going to be what's really important here. And you can see they're not taking big run-ups.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's a little sloshy out there. Colten putting some good power on it. Looks like he got past those white rails, which do line the out-of-bounds volleyball court.
And here's Emerson. This show talking about that forehand on that approach. He's going aggressive here. He wants that three. I thought he leaked a little bit right for him. And Kyle had a big drive. He threw a big flex shot out there. Threw something stable, just pushed all the way right, giving him a really easy up and down.
And I tell you what, the wind is still there. It is still making these approaches that much more difficult. He's got a long putt for birdie, and he almost connects.
There's Emerson on that second shot. He's looking for his three, trying to get that birdie.
It's a little bit of a death putt too.
Ooh. If you can't see that basketball, the volleyball court's 5 foot behind that. If Emerson misses, he's OB.
Yeah, great putt. Wow.
Brian, there we
solid
go.
Stab.
And he's feeling it. He's feeling it right now.
Yeah, you can tell whenever someone chases down their putt like that, they're on a mission. Brian is with the birdie. He ties it up with Seth. Looks like Emerson's still got a 5-stroke lead. So I know Brian is stoked to be in a momentary tie for second, but you gotta believe me when I say that he's got his eyes on the prize, first place. And let's see, what do we got? Hole 14.
280 foot, shorty, over the road.
Yep.
Definitely supposed to be the play. And these guys are definitely avoiding it. They don't even want to flirt right now.
No, not even.
Because if you go be early, you're almost routine almost.
Yeah, that road is OB and left the whole way. Colten with a nice subdued straight line, nothing too flashy, and I think he's up there for a birdie putt.
Kyle is flirting this time with that OB line. Let's see. He throws a flippy notice. He had no fear.
That's confidence right there. That's a pro tip. If you're going to flirt, you better be confident, whether it's on the course or off the course.
And Seth going ahead and getting it up there too, trying to see if he can make one back on Emerson here. Emerson's got about 4, so let's see what happens.
We got a little glimpse of the mountains in the background. That was nice.
Dude, Brian, woo, he is fist pumping all. You can see after he nails it, he gives it the fist pump. He knows. Yep, he is excited. Seth is feeling Brian charging, so he's definitely got to capitalize there, which he does. Look at Colton's drive.
Colten, great birdie.
Oh, these guys are just on top of it. There was a lot of twos, and for Emerson, that's a lost stroke. He doesn't want to be losing right now.
Especially with only 4 holes to go. We're back at another par 4, 604 feet. This one, again, the low ceiling just makes it almost feel like it's a 700-foot hole. You got to throw 2. You definitely got to go full power off the tee in order to give yourself even a chance.
Oh, look at that tree love.
Like this.
Double, triple tree love?
Wow.
Slowed his disc down, but man, that's kept him in the middle of the fairway. He's going to have a good look.
Yeah, fortunate little redirect there. Kind of put the nose up and kept pushing forward.
And this is a common play, is pushing it, if you can push that disc far right. It gives you a clean approach. You almost want to be on the left or right side of this fairway, not down the middle. Let's see if Seth gets out there wide enough.
Get out.
No. Like AJ was saying, that low ceiling is definitely tricky. You've got to be clean.
Yeah, I know. When I stepped up to this hole, I was eyeing up the right side, trying to throw a slight flex shot out into the open on the right, and in hopes that I would have a somewhat open look to get up and down for a birdie 3.
And Brian's psyching this out there, but it looks like he's going to go big. Let's see what happens. He's chasing it down.
Almost trying to play some MTA, it looked like.
Yep.
And
I didn't see it,
I
but
think he likes it.
yeah.
Seth going big hyzer.
Going right down that gallows, trying to dodge that one tree. And he hits that one tree. Also got some upshots here from, looks like these are probably their 3rd shots right here for everybody. And if this is Brian's 3rd shot, he's definitely looking at that birdie. Whew. He wanted it. Yeah, these guys are just kind of cleaning up here. Gotta make sure they're staying clean, going the last couple holes. Emerson trying to keep that lead where he can. And Emerson with a sole birdie there.
Solo bird, that's huge. 5 strokes over Seth and Brian.
And you know, with hole 16 coming to play, wide open, 360 foot all downhill. Drives were missed, but these guys are all within range. It's downhill with a little bit of a wind. These guys are trying to clean up and get their twos.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the course, that hole 16 was pretty wide open. And yeah, Emerson gains a stroke, but then loses a stroke on that one. We're going to hole 17. It's back into the wind, pretty long, and you can see there's a few raindrops coming down. It's making things interesting right towards the end of this round.
It's 391, but it plays over 400 foot. It is actually uphill. You can't tell. There's a little bit of uphill to it, so it makes it that much harder because it's a low ceiling on the uphill side too.
Right. Colten though, I mean, he's got the right tools to just punch through the wind, under the ceiling, and I want to say he's about pin high, but it looked like it faded off a little early for him.
Kyle, if his will stable up, this is going to be money. He's telling it to get overstable. Let's see what happens there. It does. It gets a little bit overstable. He looks like he's almost pin high there. Seth, I saw him throw this last couple holes.
Yeah, that dye job is pretty cool.
Maybe it's a Wraith or a Destroyer. I'm not sure what brand that is, but man, it's been flying good for him so far all weekend, it looks like.
And I'm pretty sure this is a Lucid Defender from Emerson. And he just mashed that thing.
Oh.
Yeah. He found a tree, but you could tell the commitment on that shot was all there.
He was going. He wants that too. He does not want to start any strokes anymore. He's trying to put the foot down someone's throat right now and say, this is my turn.
Whoa! Dang, Kyle has just been a human highlight reel these past 3 rounds. That was such a great putt. That thing was dead center and it had plenty of energy to keep going.
Colten missing a little bit low here, and Emerson will see if he can just go ahead and end it. A little short, but I don't think he's feeling too much pressure at this point in time.
No, he's made the right strokes and made some good putts when it really counted. And while Seth got the birdie too, along with Kyle, Emerson still has a 3-stroke lead going into hole 18, 640 feet. OB all along the left side, and it's a par 4. And again, low ceilings, tall grass.
I see
It's
Kyle.
gonna be tricky.
Couldn't tell if Kyle got it down quick enough for the roller or not. And unfortunately, I couldn't tell. Didn't look like he was too happy with the shot, but couldn't really see it from there. And so let's look and see what Seth's got going on here. Seth looks like going to the big sidearm play, which is a very common play. Beautiful move on it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's going to be happy with that one. Yeah, he's smiling.
Brian looks like he's lining up a big hyzer. Going out and
Oh,
around
he
with the
did.
Zeus. Wind's kind of coming off the left side, so yeah, that big hyzer for Brian, the lefty, is a smart play.
Colten just playing safe, but getting down the fairway a little bit. And Emerson's going big. He sees
It's
it
a bold move,
with the lead by 3 strokes. Last hole.
but he committed to that very well.
This shot's going to push actually way down the fairway and end up on the right side, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
We saw a lot of different attacks on that hole. We saw a lot of sidearms, a lot of rollers, a lot of big antes. This hole gives you a lot of options, and that's what we like to offer here. There's Emerson on the left side of the fairway. Looking just to get up and down, take his 3, get that birdie, and secure the victory. He did the one thing he didn't want to do.
Overstable. Oh no. Found that tree.
He found OB, and he is
Ouch.
almost throwing from where he was. He's not going to advance very far. And Seth might be licking his chops a little bit here.
It looked like a lefty forehand approach from Brian. He put it about circle's edge, somewhere in there.
Kyle, just put it up there. Looked like he's going to get up and down for his par. Let's see what happens here. See if Seth can capitalize. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Oh.
And I think Emerson kind of breathed a little bit now. Can he take a deep breath now at this point in time?
And bit inside of the flick line I imagine he was going for.
Oh!
What the heck?
Brian going double shot off the top, almost got it.
Emerson for the win. Oh,
And luckily he stays in bounds. He might have been sweating if that had track to OB.
for real.
Emerson there kind of
There you have it.
walking away, and not sure Brian coming out with a really good round that round. Brian was looking really impressive out there.
Yeah, he was staying consistent. He had a few minor hiccups here and there, but nothing, no real like bad shots on his part. Just a couple unfortunate breaks. And yeah, we see Emerson taking the double bogey to finish, but he hangs on. Solid showing from Seth Talbott, especially with that hot second round to take the lead.
And we got Brian Earhart finishing third. Kyle and Nick Routon, one of our locals around here, shooting 14 down. Him and Kyle, they all tied. And man, this was an exciting event. Definitely didn't know what was going to happen until the end, especially with Emerson flirting OB twice.
Yeah, and I gotta say, man, good course design. It really tested all of our players and their creativity and really their commitment. It seems like every Sunday at the Crush, the weather isn't exactly ideal for low scores,
Right.
but that just makes it it just puts the pressure on the players to execute to the fullest of their abilities.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody who out there helped. We got Jerry Gomez from Gomez Pro. Make sure, if you don't know who they are, make sure you like, subscribe, follow those guys. These guys are out there on tour filming. They got to play instead of film for once. So give a shout out to Jerry. I know he finished and won the cash spots. And on Jerry's first pro tournament, like really playing pro, and he did a good job outing. And you know, it was a real. The weather wasn't the best on Sunday, but they had some great scores out there. These guys really shredded the course and did what they needed to do. And we've got to thank all of our sponsors. First and foremost, got to thank Gomez Production, being a huge sponsor of this event every single year. Like I said, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, follow those guys. Got to thank Podgy Disc Golf for being one of our sponsors and for being a huge sponsor of this event. Also, of course, got to thank Low Putt Disc Golf. And AJ, I think you have a sponsor too, right?
I do, yeah. I gotta thank Dynamic Discs for everything that they do for me. Lucid X Wardens are out and about in the world. If you were lucky enough to get one off the site when they were released, thank you. And if you want another disc, give Walk604 a subscribe, a like on this video, and leave us a comment, and you could have a chance to win this FX2 from Prodigy Discs, signed by myself, Thomas Veal, and Joaquin himself.
And if y'all don't know, be prepared. You'll be seeing a lot more of Joaquin out there. Joaquin, come on over here real quick. Come say hi to the camera.
Oh, we got room,
Yeah, come sit down over here.
Papa Squat.
Papa Squat. Like I said, you'll be seeing him out on the course, not only playing, but also filming. And like I said, he did all the camera work. He was busting his butt all weekend. And you got to give him a special shout out for doing everything like that, guys. So please, make sure, like, subscribe, follow, comment on this. Let him know what you thought. He did an awesome job, guys. We can't wait to work with him more in the future. Especially, we've got some other big events for him going on. So we're excited to see it all happen.
See you next year.
So guys, hope to see y'all next year at the Crush and the Concho. Hopefully the 19th annual. Gonna be bigger and better. So hope to see y'all there.